Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Thursday morning gathering brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Tufts Health Plan. My name is Tara Healey, and I'm the founder and director of MindtheMoment, the mindfulness program of our organization. And I'm delighted to be with you this morning. So for anybody that is new, a very warm welcome to you. These practices are 12 to 14 minutes in length, and they are fully guided. And if you haven't had a chance to open up the chat, please take a moment to go ahead and do that. And make sure you go to the drop-down menu and select everyone. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and move right into our practice. So pick a posture that feels like it's going to be supportive for you this morning. And that could be seated, it could be lying down if you're not too tired, and it could be standing. So any of those postures would be fine. Just see what feels like it's going to work for you. And if you're seated or standing, you want to make sure that you're holding yourself, well, definitely if you're standing, but especially seated, so that your back is not against the chair, but that you have to actually hold your body upright and holding yourself in a way that is not too loose and not too tight. And as always, your eyes can be open or they can be closed. If they're open, gaze downward just a little bit. And I always start practice with just a couple of deep breaths. So I'll have everybody do that on their own and taking that deep inhalation through the nose and a longer exhalation through the mouth. So go ahead and do that. Just allowing those breaths to help you settle in and settle any surface tension from your activity so far this morning. And let's bring full awareness now to the whole body. So just simply noticing how your body is this morning, aware of the various points of contact with the back of the body and the surface. Noticing any pulsing or vibration or perhaps temperature. And bringing an attitude of receptivity and interest to whatever is happening. Whether it feels good or not so good, pleasant or unpleasant, or maybe neither, kind of more neutral. We're bringing a curious, open, receptive attitude this morning to practice. And we don't have to try to make anything different. So we don't have to try and bring on relaxation. This is a practice of seeing clearly what is actually happening within the mind and body, with a curious, receptive mind. And let's take a moment to expand awareness from whole body to sound that might be in the room or even outside of the room. And we're just hearing, so engaging the sense of hearing. And bringing awareness back inward, and sounds will, of course, come and go in your background, not a problem. But let's bring awareness back in, and we'll do just a sweep of the body. And as we go through different parts of the body, noticing what's there, sensation or lack of sensation, if there's tightness or tension, it's just really being aware. You can soften if that's helpful to you. Mostly, we just want to know, being aware. Mindfulness is this capacity to be awake and aware rather than lost in thought. Awake and aware, knowing what's happening. So starting at the feet, sweeping awareness up over the lower legs. The knees include the thighs and the hips. Holding the lower body in your field of awareness. Perhaps you're aware of a point of contact and what that feels like. Moving awareness up around the torso. So the front and the back of the body and internally. Up to the shoulders. And sweeping down over the arms, forearms, hands. And releasing that, coming to the neck. Up over the back of the head, the sides of the head, and the top of the head. And just again, aware of sensation or lack of sensation. And finally, coming to the face. So the forehead and the eyes, nose, cheeks and jaw, the mouth and chin, and the tongue. And checking the whole body again. So just seeing how things are, and seeing if there's any area of the body calling for attention, calling for awareness. And as we move into the next part of our practice, let's find an anchor for the wandering mind. So remembering that, this is not a practice of trying to stop thought or trying to be more relaxed or trying to be anything. We're really just receptive and open to whatever is here. And so let's find an anchor for the wandering mind. This helps just stabilize the busyness of the mind so that mindfulness can do its job more effectively. It's kind of like a weight routine for the mind. So as you breathe in and out, is there a place in your body where you can feel the sensations of the inhalation and the exhalation most prominently? So it could be the rise and fall of the belly, or it could be around the chest. It could be the whole carriage of the body. It could be the nostrils. See where you feel the breath most prominently. And if breath is challenging for you in any way this morning, you could take the palms of your hands and rest them on your thighs, rest them together. Or if there's a sound in your background that's a consistent sound, you could also use that. So go ahead and take a moment to explore a little bit, see what might be helpful for you. And noticing where your mind is, Just gently let go of the memory or the planning. Soften your body and return to your anchor. Noticing where the mind is. And as we bring this meditation to a close, I'm going to read a short poem by Dana Falls. And you can move awareness from breath or sound or other body sensation to the words, tracking the words. So this is called Estuary. There is peace here where the river widens to meet the sea. The rapids are past, the boulders and the rocky places at last give way to a broad and sweeping current flowing slowly into vastness. The river moves silently, tasting the salty tide that marks its demise, and slips without a backward glance into the ocean's infinite embrace. So taking a moment, if the eyes were closed, to open the eyes. And for anybody that joined a little late, just make sure to open the chat and go to the drop-down menu and select everyone. And so we do have a little bit of time for sharing resources, asking questions, um, offering, something that you've come across, read or watched or listened to that has been inspiring, related to practice that's been supportive for you. Um, and yeah, just happy to make space for that. And of course, if anybody needs to hop off, that's fine. That's fine too. Um, but I'm so happy to see so many people, um, in the middle of summer, that we're still getting close to 30 is, oh, Anne, you're welcome. It's just so nice to keep this community going like this since the pandemic. Curious if there's anybody here that started back in 2020 with these practices and is still here. I know there's been a lot of turnover, so we've had people coming and going, but curious if there's anybody that started way back when. Oh, Janice. Nice. Ah, and Teresa. Oh, and Susan. Wow. I wonder, and I thank you. Yeah, thank you. Wow. Oh, wow. So awesome. Wow, a lot of you. That's great. Yeah, I think the consistency has been super helpful. Just knowing that we are going to get together every Wednesday morning and every Thursday morning. And I'll just do a shout out, since John's not with us this morning, to the Tuesday afternoon sessions. But actually, you know what? I should take that back, because I know we're moving some of those to Wednesdays. But I will keep you posted on that. Um, and the thing is, practice is simple but not easy. And I think there are very few things in life where it's simple but it's not easy. This is not easy. And so to come together like this, there is always support in a group. I find that when I go on retreats as well, that and when we sit together, that we're all doing this thing, which is, cultivating this sense of kindness and compassion and presence in our daily life, which then informs everything we do, so that um, the group's been instrumental to my oh yeah, and thank you to Harvard Pilgrim. Yeah, I have to say, back we so I started offering this at Harvard Pilgrim when I had already been employed there for many, many years, as a first as a health educator and then as an organizational development consultant in HR. And I started this program in 2005. And so I have a tremendous amount of gratitude to Harvard Pilgrim, um, just for their willingness to take a chance with me. I had this whole other I had this whole other interest that I thought might be useful. And they said yes. So yeah, so I just, want to underscore that, Janice, that I will always be tremendously grateful. So anybody else, anything that you'd like to offer, book or podcast or any or a question? If you have any questions about practice too. Teresa, this group has helped me reflect and respond and said, yeah, yes. That's like the beauty of this to me. And I said this yesterday too, is that it just increases the gap between impulse and action. We're seeing our mental habit patterns much more clearly doing this practice daily. And we can see those that we want to nurture and those that we want to know they're there, but they're not always useful. So, um, Sarah, Tara, remember the good, yes, of 2005. Of course you do. And Barbara, I'm also grateful to both you for yeah. And Sarah and Barbara, both very, very long time colleagues of mine. And I'm so happy you're here. Well, we're at 8:54, so I think we can call it. And thank you, everybody. And I am actually off next week. So I will be on vacation, but everything will still, there's coverage. So the sessions on Wednesday and Thursday morning will still happen. I'm not sure who's leading them, but they will happen. So anyway, thanks for joining this morning, and have a wonderful week next week. And I'll look forward to seeing you when I'm back. Bye, everybody. Thanks.